warm for October, though. Hello and welcome to Afternoon Live. I'm Kara Mack. We have a great Monday show for you planned. Okay, you have meetings at work to make sure things run smoothly, so why not at home? Here with advice on how to conduct a successful family meeting is parents and teen coach Barb Steinberg is back with us today. Barb, thanks for coming back.
Hi. Hi, Kara. Thanks for having me.
Today's all about the family meetings, and you say every family should have them.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing to kind of add to your toolbox as parents, as families. As you said, we have meetings at work to run smoothly and to talk about issues. And really, our families need them as well. It's a great time to come together, to learn how to problem solve together as a family, to build a foundation of working together.
What are the basic steps to start? Do you do this every week, or how often?
Yeah, great question. So it really is different for every family because so many families have very different schedules. If you can swing a weekly meeting, that would be probably the best option. And they can be short. They don't have to be long. They could be 20 minutes if you want it.
And even, okay, you have your kids, and a lot of them won't even have the choice on the family meetings, but the teens, how do you get them involved and want to actually have a family meeting?
Well, I would set your expectations. I don't know that they're going to do cartwheels and say, I love this idea, I can't wait to go. But don't expect an enthusiastic attitude, but just the fact that they're coming is great. But how do you get them to want to come and be willing to come? I would really set aside the lecturing, the correcting, the criticizing. If you're going to bring that to family meetings, they're probably not going to want to go.
That's just it. I think I call the family meeting when I see the house is in chaos, and I'm like, okay, we all need to come together right now and figure things out. But really, I suppose I should just be doing it regularly, and then they won't even know that it's coming.
Yeah, totally. You don't want it to be when there's a crisis, because that now everybody doesn't want to go. They know it's something bad. But if it's a regular meeting and you're squeezing in some fun, like, I don't know, maybe this week we're going to talk about raising everybody's allowance, or we're going to discuss our next family vacation, then there's things to actually look forward to.
I like that. Okay, so getting started, give me some tips on like the steps to hold a successful meeting.
Sure. So there are tips and there are steps. Tips, yeah, you want to do it regularly. You want to have roles that you rotate. So there's like a chairperson or a leader. There's a recorder of solutions. There's a timekeeper. As I said, you want to make sure that there are compliments and connection and positivity there. And in terms of how to hold it and the steps to hold it, so I would recommend having a chalkboard or a notepad or a piece of paper in the kitchen where everybody can find it. And during the week, people can add to it what they want on the agenda for the family meeting. So when you start the family meeting, you're going to start with compliments. You're going to throw out a bunch of positive juju. So now everybody wants to be there and they're feeling good. So you're going to thank people, acknowledge people, thank you, Mom, for letting me sleep in Saturday. Thank you, Dad, for driving me to the mall, and so forth. And then after that, you're going to begin, your chairperson is going to start the meeting by saying, hey, here's what's on the agenda. Is there anything that we can cross off that's already been handled? Anything we can add? And what are the priorities? Then you begin discussing each agenda item, and your timekeeper is going to kind of have a time on each of those items. Is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Some of those discussion points are going to need solutions. You want to make sure that you guys brainstorm ideas. That means that every idea is okay. And you're going to try to get a consensus, meaning it's a solution that everyone can live with. It doesn't mean everyone loves it. They can live with it. You're just going to try it for a week, see if it helps. You're going to discuss it at the next meeting, evaluate it. Did it work? Did it not? And then hopefully at the end of the meeting, you're going to squeeze in some fun. Like maybe we're going to go have ice cream, or we're going to go for a walk, watch a movie, whatever your family's into.
You have me excited, actually, to do this. Actually, so to have those roles too, the kids might really get into that when it's not all about Mom being the chairman the whole time.
Can you imagine if you're a 14-year-old in the family and you get to lead the family meeting? Of course you're going to have more buy-in into it.
No, so how do you keep communication going well, though, in this family meeting? Because there could be a lot of disagreements.
So important. One of the most important bedrocks of a successful family meeting is that we show up expecting and wanting everyone to be heard, to be understood, and to be important. That means that no one can interrupt. If I have the floor, there's no interrupting or correcting or arguing or criticizing. We're just listening. An important life skill to practice at home.
No, so true. And then any tips as far as getting it started on a regular basis?
Yeah, you really want to find a time, and I say this, and I already can feel parents going, yeah, good luck with that. But trying to find a time that everybody can meet if they want to meet. So maybe you start off really short, like maybe it's Friday for 10 minutes before everybody takes off. And just getting that regularity so that you guys can get used to it and people maybe even want to come to it and they're willing to set aside 30 minutes.
I think root beer floats and you have that handled pretty much.
Yes.
Something like that. An incentive for sure. Barb, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Great tips today. Got to start my family meetings. Okay, we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this, but also more information at KATU.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back.